McNeil is the one guy I'm going to look at to get the defense going and keep them in some games early. And this is the first one where I don't feel good about my pick, but he'll lose you a game just as quick as he'll win one. He'll win that one in a close one and then get into the playoffs. Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about UND football and the upcoming 2025-2026 season. We'll run through the schedule, players to look at, the new coach, Eric Schmidt. Should be an interesting year, and I'm going to try and do the impossible and predict their schedule because I have no idea what to expect from this team this year, but I'm excited to see what they got. We'll start with the players. So something I like from the new coach is he took everybody's single-digit number away. Took it away from them as soon as he got there. He made everybody earn a single-digit number. So we're going to talk about some of those guys because if they have a single-digit number, that means they earned it in practice. And there's three numbers in particular. So numbers 0, 1, and 9. 0, 1, and 7, sorry. Those are the big numbers that get awarded to players that earn them in practice. So those three, starting with number 0, is Lance Rutker, who's going to be on the defensive side of the ball, playing on the D-line. He will be very good for us this year, I expect. He's been with us for a few years now, I believe. He is a senior. Should probably check things like that before I just say them. But behind him is Sam Strandell, who wears number 1. He is our wide receiver. He's a junior. He'll be taking over for Bo Belquist, who just graduated last year. I think he'll do good. He did pretty good in some limited usage last year. Rumfo really liked to go to Belquist more than anyone else. So I guess we'll see how that pans out with him being basically de facto wide receiver number 1. But I think he'll do good, and we'll talk about some of the other wide receivers in the room because I'm excited for the wide receiver room, actually. Number 7, Malachi McNeil, going back to the defensive side of the ball. He's the last earned number. With the number 7, he is a linebacker, and I expect some really good stuff from him. Let me check, is a senior. Lance Rutker is only a junior, and so is Strandell. So we're going to have those guys for a while. But McNeil is the one guy I'm going to look at the start of the year to get the defense going and keep them in some games early. Aside from that, we'll look at the quarterback situation there because I think, because we got Johnson, I'm not even going to try to say most of his name, Javance Johnson, sophomore transfer from San Diego State, following Schmidt from there. I think he'll be good, obviously, coming from the FBS, but I think Rumfo's going to wind up starting. So Simon Rumfo, senior at Cavalier, North Dakota, he'll probably wind up starting again this year. Probably out of the 2 quarterbacks, he'll have more experience and know the system maybe a little bit better, be able to pick it up quicker. We'll see. I wasn't terribly impressed with him last year, but he did keep us in some games, but he'll lose you a game just as quick as he'll win one. In the backfield is the real That's Gavin Zeberth, should be running back number 1 senior, and he will run straight through you. He is one of my favorite players on this team. Been watching him for a while. He is good. Seems like UND tends to have a pretty good backfield every year. But right behind him will be Sawyer Seidel, coming in as a sophomore, true sophomore, I believe. He was a true freshman last year. He had some great plays last year. I'm excited to see how he progresses after last year. He'll have significantly more carries this year after Isaiah Smith graduated. But other than that, behind him, you're going to have Grant Rumfo, Simon's twin brother. But he'll get more carries this year, being the third back. But I don't know how well he'll do. I wasn't terribly impressed with him last year, with the limited usage he got. But we'll get into the wide receiver core now, and that's one of the places that I love. You, of course, have Sam Strandell, and he will be your wide receiver 1, obviously. But behind him, you have Nate DeMontanak, who's going to be very good, I think. He's had a lot of time to develop now. I always forget he's on the field until he makes a play. But I think he'll do pretty good this year, being a senior. So he is one of the older guys on the team. You also have Caden Dennis, who should be a factor for us. BJ Fleming, transfer from Northern Arizona, should see some playing time in theory. Don't know if we'll see Dang Dang this year, redshirt freshman from last year. Corey Ty, perhaps. The only other guy I would say is Christian Haskins from Minnesota, transfer from Minnesota. Don't think he saw any playing time at Minnesota, or if he did, there wasn't much. But I think the wide receiver room is better than it's been in a little bit, probably since you had Belquist and Garrett Mogg on the team. The only other 2 players that I really want to talk about are Jai Martin and Avery Johnson. Not Avery Johnson. We'll get into Johnson later. Avery Scott on the back end. Martin played great last year, transfer from West Virginia State. I'm excited to see what he does in his senior year, back at safety position. Then Avery Scott should be a pretty good lockdown corner. His former teammate from West Virginia State, so they both transferred in together. I think they'll be a great addition to the secondary. And then Tyler Erkman, who was a freshman last year at safety, I believe, and he played very well for a freshman. So I'm excited to see what he does this year. But yeah, other than that, that's kind of the team we're working with, and there's some other people we could probably talk about. Kicker Silvernail, he should be pretty good for us. I wouldn't see him taking any steps back. He's been pretty decent, so that's all you can ask for a kicker. You also have Eric Pay, redshirt freshman from Grand Forks Central, so looking forward to seeing him play a little bit more. And then Payne Parks, also on the defensive line, probably see some more usage this year. Other than that, I think we'll get into the schedule now. It's going to be tough. I'll just be completely honest. I have no idea how most of these games are going to go, so I'm taking shots in the dark on most of them. The one I'm not going to take a shot on, or I feel fairly confident on the shot I'm taking, is week one against Kansas State. That'll be on ESPN Plus on August 30th. Yeah, it's a 6 p.m. game. It's not going to be pretty. I don't think UND is going to be able to hang with them. They might hang with them in the first 2 quarters, but after that, it's going to get ugly. I think the only way I see them winning the game is by controlling the ball, having long drives, and keeping quarterback from Kansas State, Avery Johnson, from having that ball very long. That's going to be tough. I won't do a score prediction right now. Do that when it comes to the actual game, when we get closer to things. But bad multiple possession loss for UND week one, as expected, playing an FBS team. Week two, September 6th versus Portland State. First home game of the year. That'll be the Potato Bowl. Be a good atmosphere. I expect a lot of people there to watch the new coach, see what he does with the team. Yeah, this will be a big win, I think, and kind of set the tone for the year. Portland State, obviously, can't overlook them, but I just think UND will have the better team, and I think they'll be able to run straight through Portland State. So multiple possession win for UND on that one. After that, we have the Montana Grizz on the road. Last year, we upset them in a fourth quarter comeback. That was a very good game. 2 p.m. in Montana on the 13th. This will be a tough game. But after Portland State and Kansas State, I think it'll be close. I'm going to give Montana the win because they have home field advantage here, but I think it will be close. Yeah, UND will take their first loss in week 3 there. Not too bad, but they'll be back in Grand Forks the next week, playing Valparaiso on September 20th. This will most likely be a slaughter. Coming out of the Pioneer League, they are probably not going to hang with UND. I'm anticipating a big win for UND on this one. And then they head back on the road, which they do all year. Home, away, home, away, home, away. Just back and forth. So it's actually a fairly favorable schedule. You get 1 week on, 1 week off there. So Northern Iowa on the road. 4 o'clock kick. Probably be a good game. I think UND will take it. I didn't see much from them last year, but I think UND should be able to hold on to that one pretty easily against Northern Iowa. But other than that, I don't have much to say on that game. UND back in town to take on Youngstown State on October 11th, 3 o'clock kick. Yeah, getting Youngstown State in town. We struggle with them on the road. I do not think UND will lose to them at home. The Alaris Center is just too good of a home field advantage. Yeah, so Youngstown State win, respectable win, but I don't know if Youngstown State can pull off an upset there. After that, back on the road at Southern Illinois. And this is the first one where I don't feel good about my pick on it. Because I got UND winning this one close. But the Salukis give us trouble, especially on the road. We can get our butts kicked by them if we're not careful. But I think UND will be in the group by this point. They'll know kind of what kind of team they got. And I think they will wind up taking down Southern Illinois. Obviously, when I pick this one closer to the game, I may have a different opinion, but I reserve the right to change my opinion on a game. After that, back in town for Indiana State on October 25th. 3 p.m. game. There will be no problems here. UND will run straight through Indiana State. They can't compete, especially on the road against UND. After that, UND goes down to South Dakota. Yeah, this one I'll probably wind up changing my opinion on as well. I might change my opinion on it right now. I think I will have them losing this game. I think South Dakota is going to be good this year. I think on the road it's just going to be too hard to take them down. November 1st, 1 p.m. kickoff. I think they'll get us there and extend their winning streak against us. It was a good game in the Alara Center last year. UND blew the lead that they had. Not much you can do about it. I think they'll get us again this year, barely. And back in town, UND, NDSU, November 8th, 1 p.m. kickoff. This will be an incredible game to be at. New coach, former UND alum, back in the building to coach against NDSU. I am excited to be at this game. I think it'll be really close. NDSU losing their quarterback, obviously, to the NFL. I believe he went to the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be. Yeah, they have a lot of missing pieces, but they also have a really good wide receiver who will be a target for them. That being said, I still have them beating UND in a close game. I don't know enough about our team to say that they can beat the top dog in the conference. So I'll have NDSU winning that one in a close game. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, but I think it'll be close. Now, Murray State on the road, October 15th, time yet to be determined. This will not be a game. It wasn't a game here. It won't be a game there. UND will run through Murray State. Newest addition to the Missouri Valley Conference, and I was not impressed with what I saw last year. I don't think they'll do much this year either, so I think UND will run through them. Should be a big win. And then, back at home for the last regular season game of the year against South Dakota State. Big game. Excited for this one as well. November 22nd, 1 p.m. kickoff. Possibly a must-win game for UND to get in the playoffs. Because they would, in theory, be coming in with 4 losses in my prediction. think they get it done in a close win where they couldn't against NDSU. So I think very close win. I think they'll have to run with them. They'll have to definitely control the run game. South Dakota State is missing their quarterback, transferred to Iowa, I believe. So we'll see what they have at quarterback, but I think UND will win that one in a close one and then get into the playoffs. So, final prediction: Kansas State loss, Portland State win, Montana loss, Valparaiso win, Northern Iowa win, Youngstown State win, Northern Illinois win, Indiana State win, South Dakota loss, North Dakota State loss, Murray State win, South Dakota State win. So with a final total of 8-4, pretty good year for UND. Obviously, we'll see how things go. I want to do another video on the Missouri Valley preseason poll and see where everybody's sitting there. I do think UND is going to have a better year than last year under the new head coach. So I'm excited to see how it goes. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and give me your predictions down in the comments. So I'll see you next time.